Hello friend, our today topic is about configuration of redundancy NTP per and master NTP. So in this topic we are going to discuss about how to make redundant links for our network. So as we see in here in this topology, so we have NTP service provider. This is our service provider, which is internet. So now I'm using in here private IP range class B. So it doesn't matter because it's a lab. So we have two links from NTP service provider to our network. Till this portion it's internet. After this link it's our local network. So this is router 1, our primary NTP for clients. This portion is our client. So let's see if we put a switch here. This is imagine a switch, and rather on this is our local area network or any network which will be exist in our area. So this router 3 is our NTP client. As I mentioned it here, this is my NTP per for providing time to NTP primary server. So we can say this is our secondary server, this is our primary server for our LAN. But this is internet. This NTP service provider is giving us two uplinks, one for router 1 and one for router 2. Why we are doing this? For example, if we have one link from our service provider and this link gets down due to any reason, so our server won't be communicate with router 5, which is our service NTP provider. So if this link is down, so this router could not take updates from NTP server. So to overcome this problem, we are getting another link from NTP service provider to our network, which is router 2. Then we are taking an uplink from router 2 to our router 1, which is our primary NTP server. So we are taking these two links in case this link is damaged, so we still have optional links to get updates from NTP server. So to configure this, first of all we need to check our IP connectivity, then we will go to next stage. So I have already configured IP addresses to our interfaces. This is gigabyte 1/0, it's our server side, which is not depend on us, it's depending on service provider. So just you are taking a couple of IP addresses from server, a couple of IP server for this portion and a copy of IP addresses for this portion. So let's check our IP connectivity first. I have already checked it, but let's check it again. So this link is up. Let's check this link. This link is also up. So this whole network is working because I have already configured it and also I have checked it. So now let's go to configure our NTP server. First of all, we need to configure router 1. To configure NTP server, go to configuration mode. First of all, we need to specify our time zone, clock time zone. This could be any text regarding to your own country. For example, this is my own country standard time zone, -1 from UTC clock. Then in here, I have to specify the IP of service provider, which I'm taking NTP information from them. In here, we have to configure our NTP server IP address. So to configure this, we need to issue command NTP server IP address. This IP address is this one, from where we are taking updates of NTP. So NTP is configured, and also I am receiving NTP messages from that source. Let's see our show NTP status. So now clock is unsynchronized. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes until it is synchronized. So now in here this asterisk is saying system pair, and another icon is showing this one. It means that it is configured. So leave it for a while until it gets synchronized. Now let's configure our second router. Same configuration, but a little bit different in case of IP addresses. This IP address is from router 2 to NTP server. This is the NTP server IP address, which giving to us information for NTP updates. It's also unsynchronized. So it's taking about 10 to 15 minutes. I will pause the video. When it's synchronized, I will be back. So after a while, our router 1, which has a connection from fast internet 0/0 from 172.10.0.1 to router 1. Now this router is synchronized. If we issue the command show, it says that it is synchronized. So but in previous it was unsynchronized. So in here we should take care of this term, start term 2. Reference is 172.10.0.1. It means that I am taking this information one hop away from me, which is this service provider IP address, and also static mean system is pair, and the second icon means that it is configured. So till this point our router 1 is configured as a primary NTP server for our network, but still we need to configure a redundant link from router 1 to router 2. Now to configure this, in here configuration of NTP pair starts. So go to configuration mode, NTP pair IP address of router 2, which is 172.14.0.2. So my IP address is 1, the destination IP address is 2. Just press enter. Now let's see NTP message or sent to this IP address from that interface. NTP per source IP address. Okay, it's no need to configure the source. Exit, show NTP status, show NTP associations. So before we had only one information in here, but now we have two information. The second one is from our router to IP address. It is initiated with start term number of 16. It will be changed because it is the default start term number because we haven't configured it in router 2. So come to router 2, config terminal NTP per the IP address of destination router. Just press enter. Exit. Show NTP association. So same in here also it's initiated, it's configured. It takes some time. This initiate will be changing in a few moments. Show NTP status. Look, in router 1, that plus sign saying to us it is a candidate NTP source. So with the start term number of 2. So by default NTP is taking those sources which has less start term number. So 2 is less than 1 is less than 2. So it's taking one start term number as a default update source. It's candidate. So if this connection is down or this connection is lost, so router 1 will take its NTP update from NTP pair with IP address of this, which is reference clock of this. This is the reference clock of router 2, which is taking information from here. This IP address is depending on this router. So if we shut down this interface, so our candidate will be this one and this link will be down. So config terminal interface fast ethernet 0/0 shut down. Exit. In previous, it was start term of 2, but now it is start term of 3. And the difference is our router 2. So our router 1 automatically changed it is NTP source from router 5 or NTP service provider to router 2. Look, in previous, this one was our candidate or our system pair information source, but now it is saying that this is only configured. It means that we are not receiving any updates from this source, which is IP address of this router, but we are. Static means system is pair, and this icon means it is configured in here. So automatically our router 1 changed it is update source from this from this address to this one with the start time of 3. So show clocks configured show NTP associations. So it's also right. So if our link is get back on, so this information will be changed because it has start term number of 2, but this one has start term number of 1. So router 1 will automatically decides to go to this link. Config T interface fast ethernet 0/0 no shut. So when we are getting our link back, NTP will change it is source information from router 2 again to router 5 because it has start term number of 1. Router 2 has start term number of 3. So let's see. It takes some time. We will back when it is synchronized and changed again. So NTP has a configuration which takes, each configuration takes about 5 to 10 minutes when it is synchronized. So we will be back right